What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike, and if I told you there's another $5 trillion of daily volume at Saitama's footsteps, what would you say? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up. Let's talk about the big news at Saitama, the new exchange listings, and what's happening with the project. So Saitama right now looking like it's starting to move in terms of exchanges. So we can see here are where you can buy Saitama, and actually there is a significant amount of volume going through these. So you can see some of the big ones. Uniswap is obviously where it first launched. This doesn't include SAITAMask, so just be mindful of that. But Get.io, LBank, OKX, MEXC, so and the list goes on. So a good amount of exchanges starting to feel like a real player in the space right now, and 2 more exchanges coming live onto the channel. And these aren't small exchanges. We need to understand these are actually quite big players. Like I say, OKX, I've ranked these in order of volume, just so we know. But number 56 overall ranking, digifinex at $2.5 trillion going through that exchange in a 24-hour period. And you can see here Bitrue only just behind that at 2.35. So just under $5 trillion of potential lucrative volume that could absolutely go into Saitama. So a great move. We did see the news here dropping. BTR vote winner, and this was a community-driven vote, but newly added to Bitrue is Saitama versus USDT pairing, and also the digifinex that goes live April 8th and trading opens at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So GMT +8 for digifinex. So again, Saitama listed on both those exchanges. So it does feel like a good solid bit of momentum that we are seeing for Saitama. OKX was a big exchange and has a significant amount of volume going through it. And then these 2 big exchanges. And like we said, the list is growing where you can go and buy Saitama. So the big question is, why isn't the price reflecting that? Well, obviously these 2 new exchanges go live over the course of the next week. Current stats 1006. Now it did gain the 0 for a small period of time back over yesterday, sort of early morning. And it is just creeping above that flat level, but 13.9 in liquidity, 2.5 million in daily volume does seem down a little bit, and $532 million market cap. Holders continue to grow, although they don't grow particularly quickly. So you can see here just 0.286% of that nearly 359,000 holders. So it does feel like growth has slowed a little bit. Now we know that they had a bit of an issue with SATA Realty, in which the app was removed and taken down while they did some maintenance, and people were able to get in and sell after a pump. People couldn't do it to start with, which kind of caused a bit of a problem. So I think ultimately, what do we need from Saitama? Well, the listing of WAGMI for me is a really good one. And right now, WAGMI, you can see on my little chart here, up 32%, is a good token to get on there. These bigger exchanges feel like a good step in the right direction. What do I think we need to see? Some bigger coins. I would go for some stable coins. Now, I don't know how it works in terms of exchanges and how you build liquidity, but I think if people could come on there and maybe get something like XRP or Cardano or Solana or just a bigger stable coin that is out there, I think that would start to open SAITAMask up to a different clientele, which I don't think would be a bad thing. Right now, the whole market is taking a bit of a hit. If we were to come across here and check the total global market, we can see we're down nearly at 2 trillion, so down 0.3. You can see overall the market's having a bit of a challenge, but if they were to get some more of these bigger coins, it brings a different market into the token. Right now, everything is DeFi, which I did say, and I'm on record as saying, I think is a good place to start in terms of that link between a project launching and before it goes into a big centralized exchange. But I do think in terms of getting something like XRP, that the market is appealing to other investors and people that would come on there and then maybe looking to invest it into Saitama. Ultimately, what we want more eyes on Saitama, you want more volumes going through, and you want big retail investment looking at this project. So I think that's what they need to do. We need to definitely look to see where we can get some bigger coins on. In terms of, like I said, the listings going on some of these big exchanges, it can only be a good thing. It can only start to push some more volume through. You can see $2.3 million going through OKX is definitely growing as the time goes on. So I think these other 2 exchanges coming live will certainly add to that volume pool. That they're in talks with it, is that we're going to see some of these big ones. I still stand by the premise that I just cannot see Binance listing Saitama. I think something big would have to happen, either a very big shift in terms of price or a significant increase in terms of volume before I think Binance will go on there. And I think ultimately that kind of stemmed from the whole we don't need exchanges. But look, Russ is clearly out grinding, as with Saitama Buildings here. Russ, so true, great work out there, Saitama Builder, you're crushing it. So they're clearly out there networking, and certainly right now, I would say that this is a welcomed bit of advertising, it's a welcome bit of marketing, and certainly a welcome bit of pushing for these exchanges that the community wants. There are big exchanges, people need to understand that. These are big volume exchanges. The big part now is how do you get new investors to buy into Saitama, and how do you get big retail investment to buy into Saitama? That's the challenge I think that faces both Russ and the entire development team. Sata Realty, we still know, is a little bit of a challenge. It'd be interesting to see if we get some real use case, or certainly something that's happened outside of the crypto sphere with that project. I think that could be another catalyst. So it certainly feels like there's an uptrend. The price doesn't represent that, but again, like I said, there's a lot of people that want to get out of Saitama, and people are holding the bag. Some of the people are quite significantly down. So I think when we do see pumps, we instantly then see it down. And it's going to take some time, but more news can only be a good thing. But let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.